Why am I like this? Why am I like this? No, like why does Chrome open in the wrong window? What are we to do with ourselves in this beautiful world we call home, right? I thought that there would be background music here, but of course there isn't because I haven't played Sonic Advance 3 in so long. So let's just play some Sunset Hill music. Oh, the Game Boy. Why does it Sonic? Sonic's the Hedgehog? Is he playing the Sonic game? I think he is. Well, it's a Sonic game. Hi Tia. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're well. I'm doing the thing that I often do, or did rather. I don't know if I do it now. Can you call it a do? Can you call it doing something if you haven't done it in like 6 months? I mean, yes, okay, theoretically, yes, we can say, oh yes, I'm crop dusting my Twitch link across every single Discord server I happen to be a part of. But like, you know, that's something I did. Is it something I do? I don't know. I mean, yeah. What can I say? Old habits die hard, right? Is that freaking Infinity Voltage? Hey, Sheeb. It is. It's me. It's hit video game enthusiast, twitch.tv/voltagevo, only found on the internet in very select corners these days. I'm playing Sonic Advance 3 tonight, and the reason I'm playing it tonight is because one, I like video games, and two, it's not that I need footage of Advance 3 in particular, but yes, okay, I need to replay Advance 3. I'm doing some homework tonight, if you can believe it. Like, I don't know if you all ever play video games as homework, but wouldn't you know, I have some projects that I'm working on in the same kind of stupid vein that, like, many people often do. And I don't mean it derogatory by any stretch, but I gotta say, like, there's a lot of folks on the internet who write about video games all the time. And I'm one of those people. And to do so, I need to replay Sonic Advance 3 because I need to critically assess the games that I played when I was a youth. And wouldn't you know, this is one of those games I have not replayed in 10 years. It's been 10 years since the last time I actually sat down and played through Advance 3. Which I think is crazy. I think that's pretty friggin' nuts-a-rooney. I was in high school when I played this last, which doesn't feel that long ago, but then again, 2015 was 10 years ago now. And that to me feels a little wrong, a little bad. So I'd like to begin this stream, maybe, as I play here on my Mister. I want to reset this because I really want to critically assess this game. I want to get some good footage. So first things first, look at how fast this background is scrolling. How old am I now? I'm 26. I'm a 26-year-old man. Like, okay, look at this background. Look at how fast it's fucking going. You know, like, when I think about the checkered scrolling backgrounds, the scrolling checkered backgrounds, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, oh my gracious, look at how comfortable and friendly this is. This is like Sonic speed scrolling background. I kind of dig it. Wow. Hi, Sigma. You're at work. That's okay. You have it on in the background. No one's going to judge you. And like, look, the video doesn't matter. You've already seen this game before. It's been out. It's Sonic Advance 3, right? Like, it is dimps on roids at this point. Yeah, so like it's a zoomer brained background. I really agree. Because like, look at this. I'm gonna press English, right? But the blue scroll is slower. Why is that? What is going on here? So, you know, they let you name your file in this game despite the fact that like it literally plays no role whatsoever. Actually, let's go that. My habit these days is to name my files Poot of some kind. So in Dragon Quest III, my hero's name is Puntilio. I think that's very fun. Let me know if the audio is not loud enough. Oh, fuck. Look at this sprite work. Isn't this just grand? Look how thick that lettering is. Look, it's Dr. Egg. He's gonna press a button. Oh my god, he pressed the button. This is like fucking peak, dude. Sega went hard on the GBA. Well, okay, Tia, you say that, but then again, you say that. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button. You say that, but you know, Sega also put a game on the Advance that, well, let's just put it this way. I don't know about you all, but when this was... I don't know about you all, but Sega made some games for the Nintendo DS, and one of them happens to be licensed by Nintendo. Look at this. Oh my god. By Sonic Team? Ah! Gross! Let's play original mode in Green Hill. So don't tell me that Sega went hard on the Game Boy when they made this game right here. Wow! What is this? What? Okay. So now's the part of the show where I reveal some of the fabled Voltage lore. This was my first exposure to Sonic 1, was playing the Game Boy Advance version. So, needles to say, okay. I'm taking the top route, clearly. I'm so sorry, lol, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? Is sometimes you just gotta play a bad game. Not everything's you're gonna play is gonna be peak. I'm sorry. Your dad did not buy you the best version of Sonic 1. You're doing better than me. I only had like Sonic Racing on the PS Vita. You had a PS Vita, Sheeb? I mean, that's something too. Saving. Oh! Oh! Jerry! Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's the Sonic game. It's the Sonic game. Chat, what do we think? Is this a good Sonic game? I don't think it's a good Sonic game. So don't ever say that Sega went hard on the Game Boy Advance, because they didn't. They made this game. No, what I'm talking about is Sonic Advance 3, because Sonic Advance 3 is a game. Now I'm writing something like you're writing something about your first Sonic games right now? That owns, actually. That's kind of why I'm doing this as well. This game came out when I was 6 years old. Okay. So let's ponder this menu screen a little bit, right? First, this is the fucking Chow racing thing from Adventure 2? I didn't know that when I first played this because I didn't have the game growing up. So they straight up just remixed that game, that song, for the Game Boy. And look at that Chow, he's like looking all up and like that. Chat, Chow. Hey, Senor Chow, do you like to have fun playing video games? Oh, you do? Oh, well, that's really good. Look at this ponderous expression. It's just happy, just excited about Time Attack. What is battle single pack mode? Oh, no, that's boring. That's, dare we say, lame. Okay, so we got Silhouette, 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 Tails, and Sonic. So if your little brother decided he wanted to play a video game, and he was like, I'm Tails. Well, now he could be Tails for real. All blue-eyed, blonde-haired Tails. Alright, let's... Look at these backgrounds, like, gosh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff right there. We'll play as Tails, because, no, we'll play as Sonic, because Tails will give us height. The evil scientist, Dr. Egg. Dr. Egg is planning to use the Chow's Emerald to build Eggland. Sonic and his friends must put a stop to his evil scheme. What will happen next? Yes. What do you think pressing this button really does? Like, actually. It's like, he's using the power of the Emerald for what? What is he doing with it? Is he... Chaos Control ain't a thing yet. Alright, so let me figure out my buttons. Alright, I can press this button. And I can do this. Oh, Route 99. Maybe the worst thing Dimps ever did. I am a Route 99 hater, if there ever were one. What does this mean? You're gonna find out. I think Route 99 is probably my least favorite game level in all of Sonic Advance. Even more than Egg Rocket. I know, it's crazy. But I'm telling you right now, this little video jouet. Oh, look. I found a Cheo. Only 9 left. I think Route 99 is a Lord of Horse maneuver. A load of horse bollocks, if there ever were one. Just because, as you'll come to see, it's got some strange design choices that I don't know if I necessarily agree with as a player. But by the way, can I just say, look at these backgrounds. Like, I'm a lover, I'm a hater, I'm a fighter. Look at these gosh darn backgrounds for Advance 3. They have some of the coolest backgrounds on the Game Boy Advance. And I will not I will not stand idly by and just say, like, oh, the Sonic Advance games are bad and not worth talking about. Because people who say that are lame. They're lame and boring and stupid. Okay, so that right there, that is not a skill issue. That is why I don't like Route 99. Wow, I didn't expect it to happen right out of the gate, but here we are. I don't like Route 99 for, like, that reason. This entire little section right there, what with the spikes and with the enemy placement and the crushing blocks, generally just poor. Like D- on the level design grading day. D-. I wouldn't call it an F because, you know, it is it's fun to move fast and Dimps knows how to do that, but everything else, like, okay. Let's put on our fun time hat, our good time hat, right? Yeah? Okay. Sonic, let's put on our good time hat, okay? Good, I'm glad you agree. Your Sonic pipeline was CD at a cousin's house to the Sonic OVA trailer to the Monster Rancher VHS to Sonic Mega Collection. So, yeah, that's a good pipeline. That is a very reasonable pipeline. I feel that a lot of people probably had that. To Sonic R to Adventure 2, yeah. I did not have that pipeline. My pipeline was the Game Boy Advance because again, my first Sonic game I ever played was Advance 2. So I am of the Sonic generation that holds right to win. And I like that. That's what I like out of a Sonic game. Now, I can acknowledge that, like, that's not the appeal for most people, and that's fine. But I gotta say... Oh, Sonic Generations. I gotta say, that video game right there, that Sonic Advance 2, now that is a video game. And it's a video game that gets my little monkey brain firing on all cylinders, because you get the fast and you get the fun. And, like, that's about what I look for in a Sonic game. Advance 2 does own. I'm glad you feel the same way. Not that, like, I need everyone in my chat to feel exactly like I do, because, wouldn't you know, I think that having some variety... Oh, see, that's another thing. Right there. You want to see it? You have to, like... You just get fired into enemies on Route 99. It's like... It's taking the piss right out of you. I don't like that. And don't give me this, like, oh, it's like Sonic CD, where you're like, oh my god, you can't be holding right all the time. Well, then what is this? I generally like... I like the advanced games more often than I think most people do. Overspeed is an issue in Sonic Rush. I agree. I recently played a little bit of Sonic Rush last year, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really like it. I didn't like playing it. Let's put it that way. I like Rush as an idea, but as a game to play, Sonic Rush is like, I don't like it that much. Very random question. Trying to remember who voiced Chrom and Muriel in your Fire Emblem stream dubs. They were really good, and do they act professionally? One of them was Lays Ines. He's online. Eli Brennan on Blue Sky. You can go find him. He has a demo. He is in some anime. The Muriel is Elena Hark, and I don't... Elena, like, all respect to Elena, she has kind of gone and done her own thing. Voice acting was very much like a temporary thing for her, and I totally respect that. The further away I get from 2020, the more I realize, like, that might have been how it was for me too. But, that was Elena. She does, as far as I missed a shout. As far as I am aware, she is not in the voice acting game anymore. Which, like, I really can't fault a person for that. Like, I am barely in it myself. I think the only thing I do for voice acting these days is, like, fan dubs for Shin Megami Tensei Persona YouTubers. She's so good. She is really good. She has, like, an improv and theater background, and that's, I think, like, half the battle, right? It is what it is. You know, there were things that I wanted to do with voice acting and things that I wanted to do with stream that the further I get from where I was at that point in life, the more I recognize, like, what I was able to do in that time is very cool and impressive. But what I'm focused on now is, like, the things that I think matter much more to me in life. And I think that's the most important thing. I like playing video games on the internet for fun. I like talking to myself for fun. I like playing video games while talking to myself on the internet for fun. And I like sharing these experiences with people who are even remotely interested, right? But there comes a point where you have to ask yourself, like, what do I want to do as a hobby forever? Like, if I had a forever hobby, what genuinely brings me joy, right? And streaming is really fun. I agree, right, Sonic? And it's really fun until it becomes something more than it needs to be. And when it becomes something more than it needs to be, whether that's because of, like, project creep, scope creep, the idea of going bigger and better, you know, there are a lot of things that, like, I just don't have the time and energy to stream in the way that I would really love to. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to, but it means that I have to put things into perspective with regards to, like, how I want to create things on the internet. And I realized that, like, a lot of what I like to do is just, like, talk about the games I like, you know? And so I was like, maybe I'll make videos. And videos are cool, except that, like, video editing takes a long time. And I am not the greatest at video editing, and it's not something... Like, I've been doing it, like, my whole life, right? But I also acknowledge that, like, right now, where I am in life is not... I don't think that editing videos is, like, my true calling in life anymore. Maybe it was when I made Let's Plays at the age of 13... But it's not here and now where at 26, I'm half my life later, I'm, you know, focused on getting a PhD. I generally like to sample games. I think the older I'm getting, the more I'm like, oh, look at this game. This game's cool. Side note, we're going to linger in a Sonic game for a moment. Look at this background. Look at this metropolis. Oh my god, look at all these buildings. Like, they really said we're gonna go into Sonic X mode. I know that in Sonic X, it's called Station Square. But, like, you're telling me that Route 99 isn't just the Sonic X city? You're wrong. You're so wrong. There's a streamer gang I follow with consistently high quality, and I get jealous sometimes. I wish I could do that, but I remember my scope. I don't want to get on huge on anything ever, so I'm chill about it. Yeah, I respect that. I think that, like, one of the big things I'm always trying to make sure of is that my hobbies never become my career in the sense that, like, I dread doing them. Because, like, let's not kid ourselves here. When we think about what it means to do something for the rest of your life, like, there are a lot of things I'm willing to spend 40 hours a week on. There are not a lot of things I'm willing to spend 80 hours a week on. That doesn't make me a bad person. That doesn't make me, like, worse than other people. It's just, like, I acknowledge that I don't want to spread myself so thin. I'm not jealous of viewership as so much as cool presentation. I respect that. See, like, right here, I'm not using any of my overlays anymore on the basis of, like, I think I'm just trying to have it be sort of a stripped down experience because I'm not trying to have this be, like, a full-on entertainment product, you know? I want to have fun and play games and, you know, like, it be like that, you know? Advance 3 is such an interesting game to look back on. It's probably my least favorite of the trilogy, but there's a lot to say. The sprite work, I think, is the best in Advance 3, hands down. But it also has, you know, okay, I would say it has the worst bosses, but also, Ice Mountain exists in Advance 1. And that boss is just so bad. That boss is, like, the worst boss I think I've ever fought in a Sonic game. This boss fight's not great. But I do enjoy the Dr. Egg voice clips. I think that goes a long way. Tia, what about their presentation gets you, like, excited? Like, okay. What's cool about the presentation that this streamer uses? Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna die to the first boss. Probably, because I'm over antsy. See, this is the problem with the Sonic Advance 3 bosses, is look at how long I'm standing. It's a sequel to Advance 2 and a narrative sequel to Battle. The combos can be interesting. I agree. Okay. One more hit should be good. I think that Advance 3 just has really poorly aligned priorities. Advance 3 really wants to have the speed from 2 and the platforming from 1, and it gets neither right. That doesn't mean I don't like the game. I quite enjoy Sonic Advance 3 as a concept, but, like, in practice, it just kind of... Oh my god, how many fucking hits does this hammer take? One of them is clearly a talented animator and editor, and they have a goofy WWE wrestling game with professional titles and transitions. That's cool. Alright, there we go. So, of that boss, how many times did I move, huh? What was the fraction of holding still to not holding still, huh? That they probably just whipped it up. Yeah. I'm in some servers like that too. I'm in a server with some like 3D animators. Like Savannah, XYZ, Woody, what does he go? What did they go by? I don't know Woody's pronouns. Woody devs. Give me that bronze. Yeah, give me that bronze, boy. Let's see here. Woody devs. Alright, he calls himself a man, so I'm going to say he, him. You know, like, I'm in a bunch of servers, a server with, like, cool people doing cool shit. Like, I'm in a server, I'm in the fucking lowercase J chord, you know what I'm saying? That's the coolest server on the goddamn planet, right there. But, you know, I think that there's a lot of creative folks. Hey, Kat, it is the Voltage VO. How are you? They literally made 4 whole Mugen characters for a bit. See, that's the type of shit I love. I love just, like, going ham on the bits for no reason other than, it made me lol. Oh, is there a chow in this rock? There is. So heckin' tired, but I'm chilling, so it's all good. You're Bing chilling? Dude, you should get that checked out. God damn it. Okay, so I'm playing Sonic Advance 2 because I haven't played it in a decade at this point, and it's a game that's instrumental to what I would consider my youthful years at this point. So it's worth, like, critically assessing to some degree. I'm not holding myself to any, like, standard here, but I am trying to generally appreciate the game a bit. I'm gonna be wearing my Funtime hat. because I wanna appreciate the positive. Yeah, that's one thing that's insanely cool about Sonic Advance 3. The sprites are magnificent. They blow me away. They are some of the coolest Sonic sprites I've seen in any game. And I think that we as a society would do well to embrace the Sonic Advance style in a bit more detail at times in our appreciation of the Sonic world, okay? It's one thing to have Sonic Adventure 2 to be your favorite game. It's another thing entirely to have Sonic Advance be it, okay? I'm playing as literally Blue Goku, okay? So when I hear you say, oh, Shadow that... Oh, damn it. Am I back at the beginning? I'm back at the gosh darn beginning of the level. That's Dimp's Sonic right there, baby. And we like it. We love it. It's our favorite thing about Sonic the Hedgehog, the bottomless pits. No, I think that it's so important. Yes, Kat, exactly. Look at the color palette here. Let's pause, okay? Oh, I just made it worse. It's reds and greens, and then my character is blue. That's great. The color? Look at this sunset. It's Sunset Hill. It's Sunset Hill. It's Green Hill, but at dusk. How can you not love it, even just a little bit? You know what? You want to know something really sad? When I was like a little youth, not a little youth, I was in high school, but an early high schooler, and Sonic Generations 3DS came out, I was like, I can't wait for them to put the Sonic Advance levels in this game. And then they didn't! They didn't have a single Sonic Advance stage in the whole game! Not only that, the only representation was Leaf Forest from the Sonic Advance 2! I was like, let me go to fucking Twinkle Snow! And they didn't let me do it! I want to blend that sunset into a smoothie. Hey, but Voltage VO, they already have Blue Goku. Okay, well, here's Blue Goku, but he's a furry. Okay? I died in the same spot. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Yeah, no respect for the Game Boy Advance. Like, it's what... Okay, look, I get why the Triple Trouble levels weren't there. The Triple Trouble games on the Game Gear... Who has played the Triple Trouble games? Raise your hand if you have played Sonic Triple Trouble, and I'm not talking about the 16-bit remaster. I'm talking about you played it on the Game Gear or on the 3DS re-release of the Game Gear. I will let that one slide. Raise your hand, chat. Have you played Triple Trouble? Okay. Played, never beaten. I have beaten Triple Trouble. I get why that game is not in Generations. Yeah, exactly, Sigma. The Sonic Generations 3DS is being like a, look at all the mobile games, Sonic. The mobile level... Okay, I was about to, like, be concerned that I died at the same point again. No, like, the fact... It's a farce. Sonic Generations 3DS is a farce, and I'm tired of pretending. Like, there's never been a good outlet to say it until now. I'm gonna say it. I think Sonic Generations 3DS... is maybe one of my least favorite video games of all time. And I say that because it disappointed me in the same way that Sticker Star disappointed me. And that's why, like, I'm gonna be honest, everyone's like, the 3DS has, like, an incredible library, and I'm all out here like, the 3DS library is really good, but it's really watered down titles of, like, what console games were coming out at the same time. And my point there is, like, they either were making terrible ports, or they were making, like, versions of games that, like, were just better on console. My main thesis point is obviously Smash, right? Like, Smash 3DS is just underwhelming to me. And this is speaking as someone who bought Smash 3DS day one. I went to an Arby's for lunch. I literally skipped school. Me, yes, me. I broke the rules to go out to Arby's for lunch with the upperclassmen to buy fucking Smash Bros 3DS, and I played maybe 15 hours of it, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, Smash 3DS was a $40 demo, and I'm tired of people saying like, oh, Smash 3DS was good. It wasn't. It was like money. It was like, everyone wants portable Smash, so let's give them what we want. And then they can use their 3DS as a controller on the Wii U version, which, like, I don't know. Did any of you ever do that? I did that. My brother did that, nearly broke his 3DS. Oh, look, the underwater segment. You know what? Okay. I know I was just rambling about, like, a thesis statement, but I gotta say, the main reason Advance 2 is good is because there are no water stages. Okay, no, so the thing about the 3DS games is, like, exactly, you got Paper Mario Sticker Star, which is fundamentally just, like, they missed the mark, to put it so simply. You've got Sonic Generations 3DS, which sucks. You've got Smash 3DS, which is just underwhelming. You've got Pokemon X and Y, which were just like, Pokemon had a hard time transitioning to 3D. And then you got, like, look, there are good games on the 3DS. I do not deny this in the slightest. You got 3D Land, you got Link Between Worlds, you got Fire Emblem Awakening. Like, those are 3 ginormously good games, right? Right out of the gate. I can point to at least 3. And you know what? I think Sun and Moon is actually alright. Pokemon Sun and Moon, it's alright. But I'm never gonna replay Sun and Moon in, like, this decade. I played Sun, and then I played Ultra Sun in the span of 2 years. I am tired of Alola still, right? So, when I think about, like, the 3DS, you know, like, you got 3D Land, and 3D Land is a really good game. And I think 3D Land does not get the roses it deserves. Oh, yes, you gotta get the speed. The Big Arm remix is really good. I do not deny this. But if the only good thing about a video game is the remix of a boss fight that also sucks in that game, then I don't know what to tell you. Well, I guess I'll just die. So, yeah, Style Savvy 2. Well, Tia, I haven't played Style Savvy 2, and I know that that game means a lot to you. But I'm going to be so real. I'll try it for the sake of trying a game my friend likes, right? But I cannot say in good faith that, like, I played that game and appreciated it in the way that, like, some folks might. You know what else was an indicator of, like, the 3DS mediocrity? Was fucking Ace Attorney 5. I was so excited about Ace Attorney 5, and then it just was like Ace Attorney 5. Sonic feels that way. Samus Returns is a fun 3DS game, except it hurts my hands to play it. And I'm gonna be real, I like AM2R more. Oh, look at me, I'm running backward! Okay, so we got, like, I think the Mario mainline game is good. I think the Zelda mainline game is really good. I think the Fire Emblem mainline is really good. I think the Pokemon is not. I think the Sonic is not that great. I think that, like, all of these games that... Oh, I remember this part. I think there's a bottomless pit down here. Yeah, there is. Fuck that! Someone clip that. I died so many times there as a kid. I died there all the goddamn time. Like, look at that. It just flicks you up. And if you don't, the momentum is so bad. Look at this. Oh, my god. My goodness gracious. New Leaf is still your favorite Animal Crossing? Yeah, like, New Leaf is really cool. I think New Leaf is really a great game. It just didn't click with me. And that's because I'm just not an Animal Crossing type person. It's just a personal preference. Like, I can acknowledge it's a good game. I just don't... It wasn't my game to play. Alright. Yeah, so like, and Virtue's Last Reward is a good game. I like Virtue's Last Reward. Zero Time Dilemma. Zero Time Dilemma is a funky little jaunt. Voltage, what's the Voltage take on amiibos? I didn't collect them. My brother did. I think that they're neat. I wish that there were better ways of, like, preserving the games in which they're used, because, like, amiibo features are kind of impossible now. But they're neat. I'm not really the figurine type, unless there's, like, you know, some extra stuff to it, I guess? I don't know. Like, we have figurines in the apartment. Like, we have Aaron's figurines. We have a figurine shelf that watches over our dining room table that has the all-star lineup of Asuka Langley Soryu, Aiba AI the Somnium Files, Yoko Littner from Gurren Lagann, and Junko Enoshima. So, look, I'm not afraid of figurines, but, like, I don't buy figurines for the sake of joy. You know what I mean? Ah, dang it. Zero Time Dilemma, I played in 2016. I played that... Oh, there he is! Okay, we got him. I played Zero Time Dilemma on launch, and I generally had a good time. It was a very funny little game that I recommend everyone give a shot on their own time. You got swept up in the amiibo fever when you were young. The most followers I ever had was a Tumblr was, "Is Lucina's amiibo out yet?" I heard about that, actually. You were behind that? That's cool. That's very cool. My partner got, like, hundreds of thousands of reposts. God damn it. Yeah, I like, in general spheres, my partner got, like, a bunch of reposts on, like, she posted something about High School Musical. I think it was, like, asking, like, why does Corbin Blue's character just carry that fucking basketball everywhere? Are you, like, trying to ball out at some point? Like, what's up? That was my fiance. She did the funny on the Tumblr. So, when we wonder about, like... We're not gonna finish that thought experiment. Look at Sunset Hill. Look at how beautiful this is. Now, I want you, chat, to tell me what you think about these sprites and these backgrounds, because I think fundamentally my relationship and appreciation of Advance 3 is almost entirely in its aesthetics. It is not at all in the gameplay. And to me, I think that's enough. Like, I think that is enough. You're friends with the, what should I do, Mikey? Get the fries. Try using your tag action here. Okay, so, like, Omochao is just, like, the same Omochao in the adventure games here. Like, this is clearly an interstitial between Adventure and Adventure 2, or even, like, you know, the rare Sonic Adventure 3. That's awesome. It's really fun, though, to, like, think about, like, oh, yeah, I know the guy who did this on the internet. You know, like, yeah, you know that Pringus McDingus fellow? Well, wouldn't you know, I know someone who was in multiple of their videos, and they were in chat. They might still be in chat. Have I read the IDW comics? I don't think so. You'll have to remind me what those are. If I have to be reminded of them, probably not. Yeah, you know that gosh darn plushie that made that one video about how much they don't like a Zelda game? Yeah, I've known this person since like they were like 14. So you know, that was funny, Tia. I got to tell you this. I don't think our mutual pal will mind too hard. I was talking to our friendo who does a lot of cool comics, who puts together some zines, if you know who I'm talking about. And we were talking just in DMs, and they also then just asked me, like, do you know Skitty? And I was like, yes. Like, out of nowhere. Just the, do you know Skitty? It's like, are you a friend of Jane? Are you a friend of, like, you know, it's just so, it was very funny to me. And I was like, yes, I do. And they were like, does this Skitty character, do they have any other body of work? Because, wow, this video was excellent. I saw it and I didn't really try it. I wasn't going to watch it, but then I saw that you recommended it and I did. And wow, it was a great video. And I was like, no, they just kind of made it. They're working on more stuff, though, but they got college credit for it, so I think that's like, look, if you can make a YouTube video about how much you don't like Tears of the Kingdom and you can get an A+ in the class, like, fuck, you are not only taking the right class, but you are, like, doing great at it, too. Shit, dude, I wish my fucking humongous project I'm working on could get an A. That's how I get validation in life, is getting an A. Do you know how much it kills me to get silver medals or bronze medals on these levels every time I finish them, and I haven't gotten a gold medal yet? Do you know how much it just racks me with guilt and pain and admonishment? Like, it sucks. I need that external grade validation. Alright, we beat Gemerald. I think his name's Gmel, actually. No, it is Gmel. I played as him as in a fucking Sonic org. Oh, that's a story. I could tell that. So, here's some Voltage lore for you all. When I was a teenager... Oh, actually, look at these sprites. Hey, it's Knuckles! What's going on, Sonic? Maybe you could use my help. Ah, thanks, but no thanks. What? Wait a second, hey! You may select Knuckles now. Okay, let's pause on this screen and just appreciate it for a second. Look at this screen, right? You got the scrolling checkered background, the green scrolling Tokimeki Memorial background. You got, you may select Knuckles now. You may, like, the grammar on this is very fun to me. I feel like it should read, you may now select Knuckles. You may select Knuckles now. It's like a request. It's like a not so subtle request. You may select Knuckles now. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and just post this on the internet. Because I think it's very funny. It's the little things in these games that you gotta appreciate. You know what I'm saying? So, you may select Knuckles now. You may select Knuckles now. All right, now go. Now, I posted that on Blue Sky. Now go like that. You may unfasten your seatbelts now. But what if I don't want to? What if I don't want to select Knuckles now, huh? What then? Huh? Gosh. What a world. In any case, okay, the vault. We're digging into, like, 10 years ago shit, so bear with me. Understand that I was a 16-year-old, and 16-year-olds on the internet make bad decisions in life. This was not one of them, but, it was a subset of bad decisions, but it was funny. So I spent my teenage years playing these things called orgs. They were online reality games. You might also know them as, like, role-playing. I was a role player on the internet, but not in, like, the shipping kind. I was role-playing reality TV game shows on the internet. So I was playing, like, Big Brother on the internet. I was playing Survivor on the internet. That was my, like, nightly gaming habit. And it was on forums, so you would basically, they were all localized on, like, this one Envision free board, right? There are multiple of them, obviously. The one that I was on was Org Universe, but the universe was spelled with a Y, right? So it's spelled out Orgy Universe. So, like, when you wonder why, for example, you know, I'm so glad that I had my own laptop and parents that just didn't ask to see my browser history. Because imagine explaining that, right? Like, imagine. That would have been bad. I'm not going to say the full URL because that website, Orgy, is still going on. They still do those games, right? And wouldn't you know, there was a second one that I joined, which was a lot less serious, called Deviant Orgs, because there's actually a very populated Survivor community on DeviantArt because of Total Drama Island. Not a joke. And so, in one of the Orgy slash DA crossover games, there was a Sonic the Hedgehog game. And I was asked by the host to play the game because they needed to fill some slots to get, I think it was 24 people. So yeah, picture this, right? 24 different people logging into a forum every single night, Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, to post in character and play Survivor at the same time. I did not have a Sonic OC. I was playing as Gemerald. I was playing as Sonic Advance 3 Gmel, right? And I was super busy at the time. So I knew that, like, I was not going to get very far because I could not commit my evenings to this game. So what I did is I played as a robot and I converted every single message I posted on the forums into Morse code. Not even binary, just straight up Morse code. I found a Morse code translator, like, put your message into Morse code, and it would put out their corresponding dits and das. And then what I did is I would post that, but I had a post, like a line of text above it that strictly said, must eliminate competition. That was it. And, like, in these games, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to private message people, and you're supposed to, like, form alliances, and you're supposed to vote people out. Well, I decided it would be a good idea to just, like, troll the shit out of everyone in this game, because the other thing about me and Orgs is that I was really good at challenges. I was so good at challenges, in fact, that I was literally able to last, like, 5 rounds in this game. I lasted a whole week in this game posting nothing but Morse code and winning the challenges so I'd have immunity. And so, like, I was just trolling the ever-loving shit out of everyone in this game. And, like, it was so funny because, like, I managed to... I think the format must have been, like, duels, I want to say? If I recall correctly. I don't remember exactly. But the fact is, like, I straight up eliminated someone who was really popular. So, like, it was very funny to me. It was not very funny to everyone else, and that's one of the things that I learned as a teenager playing these games is, like, hey, by the way, what you find funny, not always funny to everyone else. And, hey, by the way, don't use real-life friendships to get ahead in a game. You're not gonna win. I've lost some good friends from dumb things I played in games. And you know what? I'm better for it, because these people, you know, with the power of hindsight, like, I'm a different person than them, and I couldn't see myself getting, like, older and mature in the way that I am now being friends with these people. So I think it's better than not, but, like, you know. So I straight up trolled this game, and it was very funny. Hey, MM Trebuchet, how are you? I played a lot of orgs. I played, like, 40 orgs. This is how I spent, like, 5 years of my life. From 2013 to 2018, I did not play video games. I played Survivor on the internet with strangers. No, okay, Sigma, the challenges were, like, forum posting challenges. Like, can you post exactly at 00 on the forum, like, clock? You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, it's those. They're not useful. Or, like, how many times can you post... You need to rearrange these, like, BB code images into an arrangement that solves a puzzle, right? Like, these are not, like, athletics challenges by any stretch. These are, like... You know how bad it is to be good at these things? I was a huge fucking nerd. I got really good at a lot of different mobile game puzzles. Oh my god, I got a gold Say It Ain't So! I gotta find... I don't know if I still have it. But I will say... Since we're gonna have the org chat, I need to find a picture. I think I have it. But I know it's around. I know it exists. I'm gonna search my hard drive for this, so bear with me here for a second. Is it on my external thing? Let me find a cool aesthetic spot to, like, hang out. Okay, let me find this thing, right? So I was very good at orgs. So good, in fact, that I won awards, right? I won a lot of... That's right! It's Daily Jonklin anniversary coming up! That's right! Oh! Oh! Year of Jonklin! Sorry, okay, so I got so good at orgs that, like, there's a... On the DA, the Deviant Orgs board, there is straight up just a gimmick because I spammed so hard that it became an annual tradition to celebrate the year that my friend Krypton and I spammed so hard we derailed a thread. Now Jonklin Day is April 9th. And the first Jonklin Day was April 9th, 2015. So April 9th, 2025 is 10 years since Jonklin Day. Okay. Unrelated. Where are these awards? Okay. Past Deviant Org awards. 2016 orgs. Okay. Oh god, where are they? Award updates. Where? A Hall of Fame? Where are they? Come on. Okay. 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 So I need to post this because I need you to understand that I was in a Steven Universe game. And I need you to know that this is a rare admission from one twitch.tv/voltagevo. But I need to show you two fucking things really fast. Unfortunately, wait, let me see if I can find Gmail, because Gmail's the best one. What year was Sonic? Was that 2017? Oh, okay, so first off, yeah, okay, so it was a Survivor game, right? So here's proof, right? This is proof. This is the game that I'm telling you about, okay? Best Survivor game, 2016, was Sonic. So this game was real, okay? I feel like I need to back it up. I need to back that shit up, right? I gotta find the pimping threads, because that was where you, like, posted if you were to win, right? So, okay, so this game exists, right? I was in a Steven Universe game, right? And I need you to know If you know anything about Steven Universe, you'll know that this will be very funny to you. Where I basically rage quit, like, I basically brought down... I was playing as Lapis. And I brought down Jasper in the round that I got eliminated. I was Lapis. I straight up was Lapis. So, okay. That's funny, right? This is very funny. What's funnier is the award I won. I need you to understand, okay? I need you to understand how fucking crazy this is, because I also won Best Showmance. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Read it a weep, losers. You didn't win Best Showmance 2016. Nope, that was me. Do you want to know what's also just insane about that? You want to know what's insane about that? You want to know what's just so fucking crazy about that? Is that... Let's load up the official nominees, right? Let's find the Showmance Awards, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna save this as a thing, right? So okay. Okay. So the awards for where did this save even? Where did it save? Am I so bad? I'm so bad. Ah, damn it. Okay. This PC Pictures unsorted pics. Okay. Oh, this is where all them are. This is where all them are. I found them. I found them on my server, on my computer. Okay, ready? Okay. So, the awards for Best Showmance were as follows. They were Peridot and Lapis, Toriumi and Rise from Persona, and Clara and Dimitri from Total Drama Nations, okay? So that's cool and fun, right? That's awesome and good and fun and everything. But let me tell you. Let me fucking tell you one crazy little fun fact. Let me tell you one crazy little fun fact, okay? Let me tell you one batshit insane fact, okay? Okay, well, we're gonna minimize this. We're gonna move this over here. We're gonna put this right here, right? Okay, the winner of Best Showmance was Lapidot, right? Okay, we're gonna put this right here. We're gonna put this right here. Okay. So do you want to know? Do you want to know? Do you want to know the crazy thing? I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing. I hope you're ready for it once I get my act together, okay? The other crazy thing is the fact that I was also Rise. I literally beat myself at Best Showmance. I think Rise and Toriumi should have won. Just my opinion. So if you want to know what I was doing in 2016, I was doing that. I was doing that. I was eating ass. Wasn't eating ass. I probably have talked about it, but I think it's very funny to like back my shit up, you know? I think it's very funny to do that, and since I have a captive audience, I will in fact do so. So, where's the Hall of Fame? Hold on. Okay, let me get that other award, right? Because I did win. I won a lot of awards in my orgs. In my org experience. Not enough in my teenage opinion. But, no. Okay, I didn't win any in 2014, but I did win some in 2015. Oh, come on. You're telling me that Jonklin didn't win an award in 2015? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. Where? I swear to God I had something. I had the best confessional for sure. Rise was like my favorite. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, yeah. I won the award for best confessional where I literally explained how I was playing the game, but I was also pretending to be Rise Kujikawa from Persona. So, let's just say, yeah, I roleplayed on the internet. And I won awards for doing it. So, when you think you're epic, think again. Anyway, all of this stemmed from the fucking Gmail thing where I trolled for the lols, right? Oh, Sonic did win Best Cast. So, wait. Okay, there's one more thing, I think. I'm sorry. I gotta find my one other masterpiece of trolling. My one other masterpiece of trolling. Okay, I think it's Best Thread is where it is. They all might have just... Oh no! That's right, the fucking... the Persona threads! We had a public intoxication thread, and I drunk posted because I was an undergrad in college. Oh no! Oh no! What did controlling to liberty contributing? Oh, but that's the thing, is that I was contributing. I know that I was. I know that I was contributing, and that's what made it funny. Let me quick... Yeah, I got 15th place out of 23, just by fucking posting must eliminate competition. Hold on. Here's the fucking receipts here, okay? Here's the gosh darn receipts for the general posting. Okay, once I do this, then I will get back and stop. But here's the receipts, right? It's so stupid. This was in my confessional, so only the hosts could read this. Oh my god, it was so fucking funny to me. It was legitimately one of the funniest things I think I've ever done. I found it so funny. Where is the thread? There was a really good thread. Oh, I think it's Hey Antoine. There was Antoine the character. No, he wasn't in this one. Dang it. You know what? Okay, the point remains. This is the real shit. The real shit. The real shit. So yeah, that's the history. That's me talking about we're gonna leave this on screen. Pitches be like, yeah, I won my state chess tournament. I made state for football. Buddy, I won best showman against myself. So when you wonder about everything, buddy, You wish you were me. Okay. Tangent aside, let's play more video game, huh? God, it's gonna bother me that these aren't, like, all the same width. Alright. How's that stack up? You like the fact that you can't see the left side of the screen at all? Okay. Enough of that. You can't see the fucking screen. This sucks. Let's put this over here. I value my footy, but only so much, right? This is gonna turn into an May.mkv stream if I'm not careful. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just I don't want to steal her thunder, you know? Not that I even look at OBS anyway half the time. Just move Sonic. Oh my god, you're so right, actually. Hold on. Where is my capture? Where Elgato is locked. Fuck that. Yeah, let's just do this. Oh my god, Tia, you're a genius. You are a... It's a 3x2, I think. The one time I wish it snapped, you know? Okay. So yeah, that's my flex. I don't go on Orgy anymore because of a lot of reasons. I don't like some of the people there. They don't really like me. It's better if we just all leave it in the past. But I will say that the Twitch branding... Okay, for starters, I don't know if this is stolen fan art or not. So, forgive me. But this is where the pink comes from. Okay? This is where the pink comes from. This, right here. I think it's stolen fan art. But this is where it comes from because the person who made the... I was in a 999 org. And I played as Clover. And I was, like, so good at the game that they had to get me out of it. They had to eliminate me. My team literally sandbagged and I still fucking won. It's Clover 999, Tia. If you haven't played 999, oh my god, you gotta play it. It's so good. Alright, here we go. I stand by the fact that, like, me in 2016, me in 2018... 2016, 2017, and 2018 are probably, like, my worst years as a person on the internet. Oh my god, this is gonna drive me insane that they're not all lined up. Whatever. Okay. It's fine. I'm fine. Let's not worry about it. Yeah, 2016 to 2018 were definitely not, like, my best years on the internet because, you know, when you're 18 on the internet for a lot longer than you should be, it's kind of a big problem. Needless to say, I got very good at forum posting, and I got very good at, like... I got very good at writing things in character voices. And again... I got confronted about this, like, dude, you were just role-playing on the internet. I was like, I wasn't role-playing on the internet! But I was. Let's not lie. Let's not lie to ourselves, okay? You gotta... Tia, I think you should play 999. It's a very fun visual novel. It holds up very well. Play it on a DS. What?! Sorry. Play 999 on a DS. It's a very good game. I don't like Ocean Base's colors, but I cannot deny that they are very distinct and very cool. And I think that it's... There's not many levels like it. Ciao. Like, I don't know. The things I did online as a teenager, I don't think I'm proud of them necessarily. But I think that they're really funny to look back on now, knowing that, like,
I have more time beyond these spaces than I was on them. And I think that that's really important. Kind of transgender background here? Yeah, Sonic is trans confirmed. Transgender the Hedgehog. Sorry, that was the lowest hanging fruit. Yeah, that's how I feel about my early online history. I think for better or for worse, like, it helped me define myself in a lot of ways. Because it gave me a point of reference. What? Okay. It gave me a point of reference of, like, things I did that I'm not proud of, that I'd not like to repeat. And it gave me a point of reference of, like, who I am as a person, too. Because, like, you know, when you're a teenager on the internet and, like, you know, you have a username to hide behind, you can try being just a lot of different people. You can explore parts of yourself that you, like, didn't have before, right? So, you know, like, I gave myself the chance to ask the questions that, like, some people don't get to do because they don't use a username. The veil of anonymity is quite good. And I think, frankly, you know, we need to get back to a time where we're not posting as much about ourselves in terms of raw personal data on the internet. We should definitely be posting, like, you know, identity-based information, and we should definitely be posting, like, all that shit. Like, I think that that's really important. It's important for that information to exist in the world, but, like, please, for the love of God, do not go posting pictures of your newborn on the internet. We need to stop doing that. Aaron and I made the decision that if and when we have kids, like, we're gonna blur their faces on, like, the internet until they're, like, old enough to post themselves, and that's gonna be when they're, like, a teenager. We both had unrestricted internet access, and where the... Okay, hi, I had to angry post. You're good. What'd you angry post about? Yeah, so, I mean, all that's to say, like, the internet's fucked. Let's just not post our name on the internet anymore. Twitch just dropped me in the hall for trying to say the word transgender. Oh, that's fucked. You can say transgender all you want in my chat. I mean, like, it's fine. Oh, woe is me. I'm afraid of something different. Get over yourself, losers. In 30 years, you're going to be the ones laughed at for the same reason people laughed at segregation of African American people in society. And what are we going to think about you? We're going to laugh at you and say, look at you, terrible... Oh, no! Terrible, terrible person. Offensive and disrespectful? Yeah, to people who suck. You can always post about transgender stuff in my chat, as long as it's, like, appropriate for, like, you know, don't get, like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm digging myself into a hole. What I'm trying to say is, like, don't shitpost up a wall. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. And that's all. Okay, good one, Voltage. Save yourself. Okay. No, I think it's good to explore your gender identity. I think it's really important to explore your gender identity. I think that, like, a lot of men could stand to spend some time asking themselves, why do I want to be a man? You know, like, I think that it's, you know, one of the discussed failures of, certain political parties that I will only briefly touch upon here is that there needs to be a positive and healthy outlet for masculinity and explorations of that, right? And, in order to do that, you know, you have to ask yourself, why do you want to be a man in the first place? You know, you have to ask yourself, like, what does being a man even mean? Because being a man is not just, like, having sex and seeing titties, you know? Like, that's not man. That's not being a man. For one, women can do that too. You ain't slick. Non-binaries can do that as well. You ain't slick. Seeing titties and getting excited by them is not simply an exclusive binary to men and women. If you can, in fact, believe it. After 87 years, I've been saying hello, Spartan. We're talking about how it should not only be totally acceptable to explore your gender identity, like, frankly, you all should do it at some point. Like, you should have that conversation with yourself that asks, like, you know, what does it mean to be the gender that matches the sex I was assigned at birth? Seeing titties and getting excited is actually an exclusive right of Rouge the Bat fans. Well, Tia, when you put it that way... I was not a Rouge fan. I'm sorry. I'm not really into anthropomorphic characters. I'm not sorry about that. I don't have anything... I don't have an issue with it. I'm just not into it. I'm not attacking your way of life. I just don't subscribe to it myself. That's all. But yeah, like, look, if you're a little teenager and you get the opportunity to, like, ask yourself these questions, I don't think it's a bad thing to do. You know, like, I have asked myself a lot these past few weeks and months, like, what does it mean to be a man? Like, how do I think about masculinity? And how do I think about, like, what does being a man mean in this world? And I think a lot of it is, like, fundamentally it comes down to kindness, right? It comes down to being willing to defend yourself and your loved ones against things that, like, want to do them harm, which in a vacuum is very good. There's an act ring to the right of here. Well, gee, I would have never guessed. And I think that when it comes to a lot of people, masculinity is about toughness, which, in a way, they're not wrong, but there's so much more to it than that. Being tough knows when to, like, acknowledge weakness and acknowledge, like, pain. You can't be tough without acknowledging that you weren't tough at one point, or that you need help at some points. Being tough is the ability to acknowledge the fact that you aren't a perfect person. You aren't the Ubermensch, you know? Like, you have to be able to admit that, hey, I'm not as strong as every single person out there. But I do have skills, I do have strengths, I do have talents, and those talents can be used to lift up others who do not have the same opportunities as I do. That's what being a man is. That's what it is knowing and understanding that you have a place in society that allows you to do things that other people cannot. And it is up to you, therefore, to do these things and to help others do them too. That might be vote. That might be, like, buy things at a grocery store. That might mean, like, in older times, it was literally, like, being there to support someone financially. And now it looks like being able to support them emotionally, spiritually, mentally. What the fuck? So, yeah, it's important that we, like, as a society, as people who live in the internet age, understand that masculinity is not just one thing that's fit into a single box. Masculinity comes in so many different forms, and it's entirely society dependent. So when I hear people say, like, oh, to be a real man, oh, you have to, like, not respect women. Like, that is the antithesis of being a man, dude. That is, like, so not being a man, it hurts. Like, I understand the idea of, like, being a man means making lots of money. Because then you can, fundamentally, it's like, okay, well, then you can support people. And it's like, but that's not why they say it, right? So, when it comes to being a man, it is ultimately about understanding your strengths, your weaknesses, and then using those to support people who have different ones than you. The least important thing about being a man is your genetics. I straight up agree. This is on the record. I will not deny this. If, like, you know, 15 years from now when I have to explain myself to the court of bad opinions, let it be known that I support transgender rights. And I think transgender people deserve every single opportunity that cisgender people do. Furthermore, cisgender is not a slur. It is merely designated as a slur by people who can't bear the fact that someone is better at Fortnite than them. Oh, look, Sonic is Jesus. And I think ultimately, like, it's important to, like, be critical of yourself. Don't assume that you're perfect, because, buddy, you're fucking not. I think that there's so many people out there who are not even remotely critical of, like, the one thing in their life that actually matters to them, which is themselves. And I'm not saying you gotta, like, excuse me. I'm not saying you gotta put yourself down. I'm not saying you gotta do anything, but they never, like, interrogate themselves. And I think that taking the time to ask yourself, okay, why do I believe in this, is a good question to ask. And the people who don't want you asking that question are the people who don't want you asking why. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, look, it's the worst boss in the video game. Uh-oh, let's play the waiting game. Where's he gonna fall? I love this background, by the way. This is one of the worst bosses in the Sonic series. Uh-oh. That's what I get for talking shit. Whatever. Anyway, so that's my rant about gender. I think gender is a societal construct, right? Uh-oh. Tails, I need you to do the hit. Tails, can you do it for me? Okay, he's gonna alternate and it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna die to egg jumper. Actually, I'm goated. I'm goated? As a seasoned Sonic veteran, I'd say a lot of the bosses in this series are pretty bad. Alright. Hey, cousin, how are you? Hope you're doing well. We're talking about the Sonic games, and about ourselves, and what does it mean to be a man? What is masculinity? All while we play Sonic the Hedgehog. You know? The Sonic games. Just want to pop in? Well, I appreciate you popping in. It's good to see you. Good to see you. I have not been streaming nearly as regularly. In fact, I haven't been streaming regularly at all because, I've had a lot of stuff to do, if you can believe it. On the record, one of the main reasons I'm not streaming is because I have a wedding to plan. And it's in, like, a little over 2 months, so that's exciting. Toy Kingdom! Look at these colors! These yellow, blues, and greens, and purples. There's no blue on the screen. I remember getting to Toy Kingdom for the first time, and just being like, what the hell? I straight up sounded like Tim Robinson. Oh, I'm in Act 3. That's one magical thing about this game. Look at that background! It's the Kremlin! Oh my god. Is this what it looks like inside of JD Vance's head? Sorry, okay, that's the one. That's the one! That's my one! JD Vance in his, like, the edited one where he has giant cheeks and a full fucking hat. This is what it looks like in that little character's hat. Sorry, that's my one dig. That's my one dig. I won't get any more political than that. But boy, is it funny. Yeah, I think that the conversation reminds me of a moment from Fairy Tail where the quintessential man character is called Manly. Woman character called Manly, and she said it didn't pertain to her as a character mentioned to be a man to be manly, and I've used it as a personal preference. Yeah, that's a good point. I haven't seen Fairy Tail or... look, I ain't watched a lot of anime. The more I get into the world, the more I realize, dude, I have not watched, like, any anime. I spent my teenage years watching Survivor and then also playing it on forums, okay? Like, I could have spent those years watching Soul Eater, man. No, Tia, I generally agree, but I don't want to, like... I'm wearing my good time hat, and wearing a good time hat means that, like, I don't want to invoke the schnikes of the world right now. Soul Eater is good. I need to watch it. Look, my exposure to Soul Eater is that the one edgy girl at my high school who was into anime really liked the black and white dude. And then I think she also liked the non-binary character, assuming that character is non-binary. I watched an old Hazel video a long time ago, and that video claimed this character was non-binary, but I can't vouch because Hazel took it down, so... And you know what? I don't need to watch old Hazel videos she doesn't want to show anymore. I'm normal. Shoutouts to all my non-normal Hazel fans. Krona? Yeah? Okay. Well, if Krona is, like... Oh, damn it. Krona's, like, supposed to be non-binary, then that's very cool. I should probably take the time to watch it at some point. But, you know, there's so many things to... There's so much media. There's so much media in this day and age. I should watch Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I will say, I am seriously on a Toriyama kick right now because I am really enjoying Dragon Quest III. And, like... You know, the character sprites just look like little Toriyama characters. And it's just real good. I should really watch Dragon Ball. I know, cousin, you've been really into it lately. And I remember having this conversation with you, actually. Like, we had an older cousin who passed away due to some, like, genetic illnesses. But, like, I didn't know this cousin very well, but you did. And you remember watching Dragon Ball with them, and I was too young to remember that. But I think about that a lot, and I feel like I should watch some of those Dragon Balls. Because I think it would be really fun. I've just never been into, like... I don't know. I've never been into watching shonen anime. I was never into, that one TV show, Naruto, I think it is. I've never been into Boku. Don't watch an anime called Boku. I'm trying to think of animes I enjoy. Tia, you gotta understand. Okay, I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt because I'm getting hot, but Tia, you gotta understand here. You're gonna get some voltage lore. I gotta tell you, like, the pink-haired character with an axe. The pink-haired character with an axe. Oh shit, it's Amy Rose! I like pink-haired characters with big objects. I don't like Amy Rose, but I think she's a fun character design. I think Amy has a fun character design, but I don't like Amy. You know what I mean? Look at the hammer, look. You may select Amy now. I love Amy. I never said Amy alone is bad. Pink-haired character with a hammer is great. Tinkaton? Tinkaton's a fantastic Pokemon. Tinkaton is, like, all in my top 10 of favorite Pokemon. I think I prefer Amy's classic design from CD. That's so real. That's so real. No, Tia, you gotta understand, the first anime that wasn't like Pokemon or any kind of like 4Kids dub or anything like that was, Mirai Nikki, which, if you haven't heard of it, allow me to share that it is a killing game anime where the characters, are able to predict the future using their diaries. Which is a really cool concept. I think it's awesome. I think the concept is fantastic. The primary problem is that the protagonists are both middle schoolers, which is just like, come on, Saikai Asuno. Like, could we at least have made them high schoolers? I'm begging you. For one. It's just generally a little edgy, because it's a killing game. But, you know, like, it's fun. So if you know Yuno Gasai, she's from that. She's the pink-haired yandere character with an axe and the crazy eyes, and she was my first anime crush. So if that tells you about my taste in women, I don't know what wouldn't. You know what I mean? Krona from Soul Eater is a pink-haired... Character with a big sword? Fuck yes. Pink-haired characters with big weapons are very fun. Yeah, Amy is mischaracterized by Sega. Like, at this point, is it a mischaracterization if that's, like, all she is now? Maybe. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the Amy lore. I do like Toy Kingdom's music. I did have, Act 3 of Toy Kingdom's music on my MP3 player, my iPod Shuffle. My iPod Shuffle. I YouTubed to MT3 the shit out of video game music. They've given her a lot more to work with in canon stuff. That's good. I'm glad Amy fans are eating all right. You know, like, they've had, what? What killed me? Did you ever play Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog? I didn't. That's one of those games, like, I saw everyone streaming it, and everyone was like, that would be a fun game to live dub, and I was like, sure. And then, like, I'm just not that kind of Sonic fan, you know? Like, I don't really care about the characters as much as I care about the moving fast while you're just prettling type shit. Ah, damn it, I missed the oh, it's the clackers. It's Newtonian physics. The most improbable Sonic mechanism. I got crushed between the wall somehow. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look, I think Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog seems like a really fun visual novel, and I'm glad that, like, people did like it. For me, personally, it never really appealed to me. It seemed like a game that they could make on very short notice during the pandemic to, like, hey all you visual novel enjoyers who want to, like, read a novel on the internet with your friends. Now you can, and I think that that's great, and I think more game franchises should be willing to let their characters be silly like that. It's just that, like, it didn't appeal to me. I have it. I could play it. I just don't really have a need to do so. For free. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. For free. It took, like, probably no time, and it made one of my favorite Snapcube bits of all time, so... You know, in the end, it was a net positive in my life, and I think that's what matters. Oh, elephant! One of my favorite Snapcube bits is the... What? Now, let me... Now let me explain. What? What? The Tails expression is very funny to me. Ultimately, I think Sonic is a game... I like Sonic primarily for the gameplay and the aesthetics, and not necessarily the rest of the shit. Okay, so... Okay, if you seriously all want to give me anime recommendations, I will happily listen to them. I gotta let you know that my tastes are rather, like, all over the place. I love Nichijou. Nichijou is awesome. I played in an org called My Ordinary Org, My Ordinary Org Game, which was a Nichijou-themed hybrid game wherein all the things were based off of Nichijou. And it was my 4th game ever, and I took 2nd place, and I nearly won, and I lost to George W. Bush. Nichijou is a very fun anime. I love Nichijou. So I've watched... Okay, so my tastes, right? Like, my experience with anime is, like... Where am I? Oh my god. I just flew over the whole level. I really got on the anime train, like, in the early 2010s. You know, like, the late 2000s, early 2010s. Like, you know, the first anime series stuff that I was really aware of were Ouran and Haruhi, right? So that's kind of where I'm at. I had friends who were into, like, Black Butler and all of those things, but, like, I never really looked into that too hard. And then, again, I watched Mirai Nikki, and then, you know, I watched Death Note, and then I got into Danganronpa, because I watched I engaged a lot with Danganronpa in my teenage years. That and Persona. So, like, I basically followed Let's Plays for a lot of my introduction to that kind of stuff. You know, like, I read the Something Awful Danganronpa Let's Plays. I watched Super Genius's Let's Play of Persona 4 The Golden, not Golden, when it was on the PS Vita. I remember, like, those were kind of my stuff, right? Like, Death Note. I watched Batum, which just kind of sucked. I was really into Killing Game anime as a teenager, which, like, with the power of hindsight, this was a thing actually I was talking about in a Mori episode way back in the day, was like, it's kind of fucked up that all of my, side note, that was very fun right there, that whole section. Not sarcasm, actually unironic. My influential media. My influential media was entirely like Killing Game anime, you know, and games. So like I read Battle Royale, I watched Battle Royale, I read the manga of Battle Royale. I knew what Brant Steel was back when it was still only just a survivor simulator. And not a Hunger Games simulator, right? So like I was big into Hunger Games. I'm not gonna deny it. But that was because, like, all the media that was, like, appealing to teenagers in that time was Killing Games about teenagers. What about that? Like, how is that, like, legit? Why were we okay with that as a society? That's what I want to know. Why is my foundational media teenagers killing each other when I was a teenager? I think that that's kind of fucked up, don't you? I need to talk to a therapist about that. Toy Kingdom is very fun. Voltage yearned for the blade. I'm not gonna deny the fact that I had a weird, edgy phase. I was very... but in the sense of, like, kid who's on the internet too much. Thank God, I was not 13 years old when Vine was a thing. Dude, that would have been it for me. Yes, Killing Games, deaths, revolutions, and dystopias were the media of our teens. Well, buddy, it didn't prepare me for living in one, that's for damn sure. I gotta learn how to use a bow and arrow. I gotta learn how to paint my face to look like a fucking stone. Yeah, it was either teens killing each other or zombie fiction. Exactly. Exactly. I'd rather be in the zombie world. Yes, I agree. Though I did also say to myself, like, if there was a zombie apocalypse, I would ask someone, like, the moment that, like, I got injured and it was, like, not worth saving me to just, like, straight up mercy kill me. Like, I don't want to live in a zombie apocalypse if I can help it. You know what I mean? That existence sounds miserable. I think that it would be way more interesting to just die. I cracked myself up. No, I think fundamentally, I turned out far better than I could have. Forget Anime Rex. Watch. Oh yeah, this was an anime recommendations conversation. DBZ. I have watched Ping Pong, and I think Ping Pong might be my favorite anime. It's like one of them. It's like top 3 for me. I love Ping Pong. It's such a good show. I have Lacin to thank for that. Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is on that short list of like, oh yeah, I gotta watch that at some point. Because I do think it looks really cool. Studio Trigger definitely just makes like cool shit. Okay, welcome to the best boss in the video game, by the way. Here we are. Actually, that's not true. Somehow this isn't the best boss in the video game. Black Lagoon? Yeah, you like Black Lagoon. I think I'd like Black Lagoon the more I think about it. This boss sucks. Yokohama Kaidishi Kiko? Yokohama, yes. There's some good tastes. I got some friends who got some good taste, I will say. This boss sucks so hard, dude. And then I did watch Sword Art Online, and I did like Sword Art Online, and I don't like Sword Art Online anymore. I liked the power fantasy. I have not watched Attack on Titan, thankfully. Or not thankfully. I should probably watch it. Your Lie in April? I should watch that. I'm a big fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think my favorite part is probably part 5. But that was because, like, it was the thing to watch every Friday. In, like, the best summer I'll never get back. Oh, well, better beat the boss now. Can you believe this boss? Such a bad boss. What else have I watched? I watched Haibane Renmei, which I liked. Yeah, part 5 is my favorite. Part 4 is very good. I think they just, like, the anime has gotten progressively better. The problem is that part 6 was released in the fucking horrible Netflix bulk, which completely killed any hype. I was so hyped for Stone Ocean, and then, well, I just died. So that was my hype for Stone Ocean. Is basically it just got beat just like that. Part 7, I'm excited for it. I hope some of my friends are in it. That'd be really fun. Steel Ball Run is 100% my favorite part. Yeah, that's the thing. I read the manga. I'm a manga reader. So I didn't watch Azumanga Daioh, I read it. And then I watched it after the fact. My first exposure to that was reading Azumanga Daioh. Okay. This boss sucks. Dungeon Meshi? I'll watch it. Some of the greatest moments in Part 5 were the memes. Dude, you gotta understand, Spartan. I was at Mr. McDude's apartment the day that the 7-page Muda got animated. And, like, he can attest. I was losing it. I was like, dude, we gotta watch this episode right now. And he was like, I'm not caught up. And I'm like, I'm watching it anyway. And it owned. It was so good. The 7-page Muda is awesome. Oh no! I like... What other anime do I like? I like anime that, like, makes me think, I think. Like, I don't like... some of my friends, my housemates, watched a lot of, like, Black Clover, I think it is. And all the fighting in that just is fucking... It's a fucking slideshow. It was really boring. This boss sucks. Serial Experiments Lane. I do like Lane. I need to finish it. Lane's awesome. My fiance got... I think she's caught up on One Piece at this point. I think she is. I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I really enjoyed that because the plot just kept moving. And it read as much as a TV show can read as anything. This is dumb. As much as a TV show can read as anything. Have I watched the Sonic OVA? Which one? We talking Sonic Underground? Tia, you gotta understand, I'm not the Sonic fano that, like, some folks are. I don't keep up on, like, most seasonal anime. I don't really feel the need to. I'm trying to read a lot. I like reading more. Strange, isn't it? Not Underground. I don't think I've seen the Sonic OVA. I'm gonna be real, like, my tastes in anime are vaguely normie, but, like, I can appreciate a good anime. Like, I like Kino's Journey. Kino's Journey's awesome. Oh, cousin of mine, what's that one where it's, like, androids at the end of the world and it's a quiet Japanese countryside? What's that one? That one's I liked that one a lot. Kino is, dare we say, its namesake? Oh, come on, you. Yokohama Kai... Oh, Kiko. Okay, yes. Yes, I do like that one. Gorsh. My favorite anime is probably Cyber Chase. My brother and I rented a lot of Hamtaro from the local video store when we were kids. How is he still on the platform? This is dumb. Okay, good day. So I have an experience with Hamtaro. Aaron's big into Sailor Moon, so I have seen some Sailor Moon. Not a lot, but I have seen some. See, that's the worst part about the boss, is the blind jump. You can still die. What else have I seen? I could pull up my Obsidian and, like, look through that. Oh, thank God I bold ranked this shit. Oh, Twinkle Snow. I love Twinkle Snow. Oh, I watched Madoka. I like Madoka. I like Lucky Star a lot, too. Lucky Star is a very fun anime, even if, like, I don't get all the jokes. I think that it's very funny. Digimon Tamers, and it was pretty good. I've heard, okay, Alex Zeho in my server, he loves Digimon Tamers. At least I think that's what he mentioned. But yeah, he talks about Digimon, and I think it's Tamers. So, you know, sure, maybe I'll give that a smoke sometime, you know? Penguin with a hat that also shoots bullets? See, Aaron's got the video, not the video game, the anime nostalgia, because, like, she grew up with 3 older siblings, and at least one of them was on Tumblr. So, Tumblr in, like, the early 2010s, right? So, like, there's a lot of anime. Like, Aaron went to anime cons as a teenager. Dressed as Haruhi Suzumiya. A woman after my own heart. The Sonic OVA? I'll watch it after stream. Thank you for sending it to me. What else? I mean, obviously I love Eva. Eva and Ping Pong are, like, my 2 favorite. Eva, Ping Pong, and Golden Wind are probably, like, my favorite 3 anime. And I know that makes me a bit of a normie, but, like, you know, that's just, I just like them. Yes, Aaron was a Haruhi cosplayer. It's fine, dude. Oh, Tia, you gotta watch at least one of them. 86 Monster and Psycho-Pass? Okay. Interesting. I remember hearing stuff about Psycho-Pass, I feel like. Ooh, Sonic in a minecart. Look at this background, by the way. Can we just say, like, look at this. It's the pink and blue again. It's the Sonic Advance 3 is actually transgender? Give me that gold rank, boyo. Thank you. Oh, I like Fooly Cooly a lot, too. Oh, I'd have this map committed to heart right now, because there's an ice pack over here. Season 1 of Fooly Cooly is awesome, and I watched it last year, and I really enjoyed it. Why? The vibes. That's why. I watched some episodes of Don to Don. That was fun. I didn't really get into it. I got past, like, the first arc, and I was like, that's cool. I do try to watch anime that my friends are in, but it's hard because Alice and John and all of them, they're now in some of the seasonal stuff. So, like, it's like, okay, do I really want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh? I'll watch some, but I don't know. I can respect Ava for what it did. I still try to watch it if it was my thing, but I still respect it. I like Ava because I think it was like a very formative watch at the time that I watched it. I watched it summer 18 while I was in China. And I happened to be in Shanghai at a mall the same day that the Rebuilds, the third Rebuild movie, was being screened in theaters in China, right? And so I got to just, like, explore this mall that had all of these Ava figurines. Just, like, life-size Ava shit. I'm gonna throw one up on stream right here so I can back up my words, because I'm epic. So this... Whoa, big image. Okay. So, yeah, we entered the mall. It was me and one other girl in our group who I was very good friends with. And we entered the mall. Tails is pointing at Ava Unit 2. Yeah, this is just a not a life-size Ava Unit 2, but this was a Unit 2, just in the mall. Which I think is very cool. What else? What else did I see and get? Life-size Unit 1 head. Shinji's mom, oh, sorry. On full display. Sorry, that was a spoiler. If you haven't seen Ava, you didn't hear anything. Look at that. Like, just a giant Ava Unit 1 head, right? Like... That shit could have eated me. So that was pretty cool. 7 years ago. Very cool. There was even a life-size Rey statue, which I think is very funny. Sort by name. Hold on. Let me find the other one that I think is very amusing. That was during my clubbing era, by the way. Okay, yeah, here's the life-size Rei Ayanami. So yeah, I just ended up in a random mall in Shanghai the same day that the Rebuilds were, like, coming out. And so, like, I just straight up got... Yeah, Tails, look. Tails is pointing at Rei. Sonic, look! It's Rei Ayanami!
Sonic, look! It's Rei Ayanami!
Ah, whatever. I'm an Asuka character.
She does look so garage figurine. It's true. She was like 5'5". She was tall. Anyway. Oh, there was also a Kaoru one, which is funny. But like... It was very amusing. So that was, that's why I like Ava. I happened to have a very influential moment with it immediately. Like, this was days after I finished watching Ava for the first time, including End of Evangelion. And it was, like, in a point in my life where I was very... how do we phrase it? My relationships are not very good at that time. And so, like... I would watch, like, an episode or two of Ava at night in my dorm in China. And I watched End of Ava during a thunderstorm in my dorm room in China. And, side note, oh, moments before disaster pause. Oh, boy. I just need to like show you all this room actually now that I have the China pics all up. Like the dorm room in China is like, it was very small. It was like this big, right? The bed took up about half of the room. So I would sit on this bed and I would watch like an episode of Ava. I was very much feeling the hedgehog's dilemma. It's true. But the views from this window were just immaculate. It was like, okay, maybe not immaculate, but vibes. The vibes were incredible. Oh, wait, I found the photo I needed to share with you all. Here's Asuka with a motorcycle. Here's Asuka with an Ava Unit 2 motorcycle. I knew there was one I was missing, but I couldn't find it. There it is. Also, here's Asuka with a razor blade. So that's pretty fun. So, yeah, let me find the view from this window here, just so I can, like, express how impactful the view was. Right? So, the view looked on, like, the other side of the dorms, which I found to be very interesting to look out and see. Now, you may notice in this photo, it's pretty cool, right? If we zoom in just a little bit, right? You can see that there's a guy just working on the air conditioning without a ladder or any kind of safety measures. He's in this photo too. He's in that photo. He's like on the second floor. This is him. A random crazy photo that I have. This guy's like 2 stories up, just like he is in his lane. He is smoking that good shit. So, yeah, I would look out my dorm window and I'd see this, and I was like, I'm in it. I'm here. I'm never gonna forget this place. And I still haven't. He's farming his aura. So I just have like a bunch of crazy things. Okay, are we ready to get hurt? Are we ready to get hurt? Are we ready to hurt Sonic? All right. Sorry, Sonic. Sonic? Oh, a Cheo. He's dead. He died. That dude, I have no idea what happened to him. He could have, like, just straight up fallen for all I know. That was, like, a hot day in July in Hangzhou. Yeah, I watched Neon Genesis Evangelion in Hangzhou, China when I studied abroad for 2 months, which was quite a fun time. That was my clubbing era, where I stayed out till 4 a.m. on the reg. I've told this story on stream. I definitely got, like, scouted by a recruiter, a club promoter, and I got in his promo thing, and that. I studied abroad for 2 whole months? Oh yeah, you know it. No, it was a summer thing. Yeah, it was a summer fling, she and I. No, it was bad. I had a long-distance relationship at the time that, like, kind of immediately ended once I got back, which was, like, kind of an, you know? It was like, okay, neither of us were mature enough to end it beforehand, so, you know, that's on us, but... you know, you learn from some relationships in your life, and you grow up to be better people for it. But anyway, so... I once stayed out clubbing so late that I was awake to wish her a good evening. I never had a clubbing or a party era. My undergrad years were full of partying. You have to understand that I went to the #1 party school in America my freshman year. Like, my freshman year, the school I went to was designated by, like, the news outlets that define these things as the #1 party school in America. So when you ask me, like, did I party, the answer is yes. And not only is it a yes, it's an emphatic yes. It was like, every freshman Friday and Saturday, I was going to house parties. I was going to apartment parties. I was, like, getting wasted in the dorms. I learned a lot of things that year that you can't learn in a classroom. And I learned that, you know, I am fallible. I am not the coolest dude in the room at all times. But I also learned how to sneak into apartments. That was fun. Which is actually very funny. Slight tangent, slight amusing thing, line of thought, is, I'm compiling my NaNoWriMo 2022 into, like, an actual collection that I'm gonna post on my website or whatever. Not gonna, like, sell it or anything. I don't think it's worth doing that, and frankly, I don't think that's appropriate to do. But I have, like, 200 pages worth of, like, experiences from the census, and one of them is the very funny realization that my time in undergrad learning how to sneak into apartment complexes made me one of the most qualified people to work for the census. And if you're wondering how that's possible, or why that's the case, well, you'll just have to read it when it comes out. And unlike some people on the internet, all respect to them, it's not autofiction. This shit actually happened. I'm not gonna lie about myself for the readers, because the truth is stranger than fiction. That's my one little poke fun, you know? Maybe I am lying. You wouldn't know. I was too antisocial to party back then. I hadn't grown as a person to be open to that kind of thing. I mean, like, look, partying varies, right? Because I would not... I'm gonna die. I would not consider myself, like, a very party crazy person now, like, 90% of the time. But when I do party, I lean into it, you know? I make sure I'm having a good time, you know? I make sure I'm having a grand old time. Because partying, you don't get to party all the time. Also, I don't like getting wasted anymore. I don't think anyone does, but I especially don't. Getting wasted is fun until it's not. And, you know, I learned very quickly when it's not. And I'll have you know that, you know, there are things you learn in college that you don't learn in a classroom. And one of them is how you respond to alcohol. And, you know, we learned a thing or two. Nothing bad, thankfully, but I did have to take someone to detox one time, and that was a very fascinating experience. And she got mad at me because I did it, because then they had to pay the ambulance bill, which, like, I get it. I understand. Ambulances are expensive. But, like, dog, this person was at, like, a BAC of 0.3. .34. You know, I don't want to have someone die of alcohol poisoning on my watch. No, that's not a thing. So, you know, we went to detox and I stayed up all night. I like Twinkle Snow. Even if it's a water and ice level, somehow it isn't the worst. Yes, a 0.3. I'm not joking. She was also maybe 100 pounds when soaking wet. Like, she was a small person. So, like, ultimately, when it boils down to it, she was thankful after the fact, and I didn't need her to be thankful, but I was kind of annoyed that she got mad at me for doing it. Like, the few days afterward. Like, a month later, she was like, thank you for doing that. I'm sorry I was mad. but in the moment, like, and the days after, I was really fucking upset that this person was not at all, like, aware of how fucked they could have been. Yes, I know it's insane. They had a drinking problem. They liked getting wasted. Which, like, you know what? Not my preferred way of spending a day. It's also wasn't my favorite way of spending a day, like, taking care of them when they blacked out at Mifflin, for example. It's whatever. I shouldn't be using this time to, like, air grievances, because, like, I should be wearing my good time hat, because, you know, this person was very nice and very caring. It's just like they also, when I first met them, you know, they were a little, not quite mature. But then again, aren't we all not quite mature when we're 18? I gotta say, like, this is gonna, you know, very unrelated, but only slightly related. Like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say this. Anyone watching White Lotus recently? How about that Parker Posey character, huh? That Victoria Ratliff? She's pretty cool. I just need my benzos. Where are my benzos? Who's been eating all my benzos? Here, have some lorazepam. It'll do you some good. These people are not respectable people. And I mean to tell you that they're not anyone that you ought to be associating yourself with here, young miss, you hear? And listen to me, I am your mother. Oh my god, Sigma. White Lotus is a very fun TV show. Okay, this boss sucks. You know, I say that about every boss in this game. I think all the bosses in this game suck. Really bad. Because this is a platforming boss. One fall and you're dead. It's such a bad boss. Okay, I need you all to know right now that you should watch The White Lotus. Season 3 is very fun. I am very excited to see Parker fucking hell! I am excited to see Parker Posey play a North Carolina woman from Money who is addicted to lorazepam, who is going to go through benzo withdrawal. In a fictional setting, I think it's a very funny watch. Because she is just, like, out of her mind. This boss sucks. I gotta lock in, I'm sorry. I gotta lock in a little bit here, chat. Lorazepam. Honey, do you want some of my lorazepam? No, I don't want any of your lorazepam. Oh, come on. It's not addictive. I just take it when I need it. And I need it for when I'm on a stranger's boat with people I don't know and I don't like. Fucking hell. This is a terrible boss. It's an auto-scroller one-hit death boss. What a terrible idea for a Sonic game. But look at this background. This background's pretty good. It's this nice checkerboard gradient. If only it didn't have, like, just a terrible boss. What happened there? Okay. Sorry. I just can't get over the line. This character, her name in the show is Victoria Ratliff, played by Parker Posey, and she has, like, my favorite line reads in the whole show. She said, "They're not addictive, I just take them when I need them." Like, I just think it's so funny. She's just a southern woman with a lot of money who's addicted to benzodiazepam. Benzodiazepam? Diazepam. I swapped for this to Tails or Cream. Yeah. I'm very close to doing so.
My name is Sonic.
Because I'm walking around at the speed of the sound.
They call me Sonic because I'm falling in the hole in Twinkle Snow.
Armenian Sonic. I wonder what he said there. Surely nothing bad. God damn it. Oh no, I'm down to 8 lives. I might game over. They call me Voltage because I'm stuck on this boss and I don't want to play it. I want to get to Cybertrack. Cybertrack's a cool level. You want one of my lorazepams? You can take them. They're not addictive. I just take them when I need them. I'm sorry. That's like my... Oh, am I gonna call it a stim? It's a stim. It's just fun to say. There's fun things to say in life. Life's too short to say things that aren't fun to say. Thank God. Chaos Angel's boss? Is that the one that's spinning around a little track? That one's alright. Definitely better than this boss. Oh, look at that checkerboard. What's the deal with checkerboards, huh? They're just good. They're just real good. You can watch The White Lotus on Max. It's written by Mike White. It's a very, very good show. Emmy Award-winning show. Season 2's got Aubrey Plaza in it. Cybertrack. Where the gravity don't work. They were like, what if we made Technobase, but then we just did it again? Instead of a black background, it's got a white background. With bugs in the computer. I get it. Cybertrack Act 3 has some of... is maybe one of the worst stages in the game. Second only to Chaos Angel Act 3. I do love that little sample. You can hear it in your left ear. It's pretty good. The big mech hands that swipe you. That's not the Chaos Angel boss. That's the final boss. There's a different Sigma. I'll have you know this as a true Sonic Advance 3 youth and player. I know where everything is, except I don't, because I never fucking got all the Chow, because I was like, I like holding right to win. I was one of those kinds of childrets. Like right now, I'm holding right to win. Isn't that just like the grandest thing? It's pretty good. I think Advance 3, okay, in this replay, this little sit down with Advance 3, the sense of speed is awesome. Like, you can really feel, like, Sonic accelerates really nicely in this game. The problem is that the levels don't want you to do that, and so it's, like, frustrating. Like, this kind of shit right here, like, Sonic accelerates. Look at me, I'm a game design pro. I do this for a living. Who am I to have any kind of authority on, like, how level design is good or bad? I don't know shit. I just play video games. Chaos Angel Act 3 is the auto-scroller. And it's one that you can cheese, thankfully. Thankfully you can cheese it, but, like, Kinda stinks. Ah, that's where the secret is. Yeah. The level flow is hit and miss in Sonic handhelds. I agree. Yeah, the game doesn't encourage swapping at all besides, like, alternate paths. And, like, that's fine. Obviously, you don't want to lock anything behind, like, oh, you can only complete this level as Sonic and Amy, or whatever. But I feel like there's something here, like, the duos, like, they definitely were trying to capitalize on Sonic Heroes' partner mechanic in some way that they just didn't do. Like, they just failed at it. I mean, it gives the levels a sense of replayability, for sure. But I don't think that there's, like, any character-specific challenges that are really made more interesting by playing one way or another. You got the secret base zone levels. That's good. Also, laying in bed has conscious on my spirit. Yeah, no worries. If you fall asleep, it's all good. It is, in fact, dying time. Except sleep time. I'm just having fun. I'm just rambling, you know? I don't get these opportunities to do this on a reg anymore. If you can believe it, I actually enjoyed talking to myself a bunch on the internet and having people listen and talk back to me while I was in full control of the chat. Sonic Heroes? What if instead of Sonic Heroes, it was Sonic Zeros? And you played as Zero? Who's Zero? Like the Kirby character. Just the big floating eyeball. I think that would be very funny. Yeah, Amy taking away Knuckles' glide is just bad. Okay. You should stream more if you have the time. Okay, so Tia, I definitely will do that. It's just like, part of it is I need to reevaluate what streaming is to me. Because, like, the idea of streaming has always been very inclusive with my friends. But I realize more and more that, like, I need to be willing to play games on my own, too. And not just, like, feel like I need to have someone else in the call to be entertaining. That's what chat is for. That's not to say I don't like hanging out with my friends. I like hanging out with my friends. It's just that I want to make sure that, like... I want to make sure that it's authentic. I don't want to worry about, like, how I come across. I don't want to worry about, like, anything besides just having fun playing video games and talking to people. And for a while, that's not what it was. And, like, I need to be willing to, like... I need to review kind of, like, what it means to stream certain games. Because, like, some games are definitely more stream-friendly than others. Because, like, if I'm not feeling a certain game, I shouldn't try and keep on playing it. And I felt like with streaming, I had an obligation to finish games I started. You know? Because, like, some of those were, like, big-ass JRPGs. Like, one of the first games I finished on stream was Xenogears. So, like, you know, like, I can do it. It's just that, like... You know, that's... If I'm not feeling a game, like, admittedly, Mega Man Battle Network 2 is a very cool game that I played, like, you know, 12 hours of it. I'm like, you know what? I get it. I don't really want to play much more of it. And I wasn't really into it. So I'm trying to just, like, find a good balance of games I want to play and games that are interesting. And I think that having a Mister will help. I think having a big-ass Steam library will help. I think having... tons of fucking indie games and itch.io games to play is a thing. And then, yeah, Sigma, as you said too, like, another thing that's, like, very acutely on my mind was that when having other people on stream, I was very concerned about, like, stream being the only time I interact with people. And then, as a result, friendships becoming very transactional and very, like... inauthentic to why we are friends in the first place, right? Like, I don't want you to be my comedy partner. I want you to be my friend. Like, I don't want to go the way of the Game Grump, you know? I don't think anyone does. So that's just kind of like how I see it these days, is that I'm happy to do it when I can find a time to do it. And like today, I was really stressed out all day. So today I was like, you know what? Maybe doing this will be good for me. Maybe this will be kind of fun. And you know what? It has been fun. I still have a bunch of like Hollow Knight VODs I haven't unlisted. I don't think I'm going to. Just for the sake of like, it was not my finest moments. Not I wouldn't say moments, maybe a better way of putting it is like, it's not stuff that like I don't cringe at it, but it's not like I don't want that to be like someone's first thing they see of me, just because like I'm not really into it at that point. Yeah. I've been trying to filter these people out, honestly. People who say they want to be friends for the sake of, ooh, streamer networking. Tia, listen, you gotta understand, I have played that game myself too, and it stinks a lot, so I getcha. Like, if you're streaming and I'm streaming and I got a raid, you know, I will make sure to send people your way. And that's just because, like, you're cool, you know? I acknowledge that, like, I'm probably not gonna make, like, loads of money off of this, but I don't really want to either. I want to play games that I like and express my joy and enthusiasm through playing games that I enjoy, and then hopefully people enjoying the fun. You know? And that's why I don't play games like Jump King. Fuck that. Sorry, Snake. I don't like that game. Someone clip that for Snake and then do that. The other thing, too, is I was definitely trying to, like, create a small presence for myself online, too. Like, you know, I've always been a Let's Player at heart. I mean, I made Let's Plays when I was 12. I make Let's Plays when I'm 26. Here we are. Oh, there was a Chow there. There's a Chow here. Worm their way into my friendships by just parasocialing mode and buying everyone a ton of gift subs? That's bullshit, dude. That's so bad. Money will not buy friendship. And I think that some people just need to understand that. Like, there are some... I don't want to name drop any communities, but we all know what they are. You and I, Tia, do at least. That are just, like, very parasocial. And I observe that I can get parasocial at sometimes, too. And I'm trying to, like, catch myself when I do it. You know, I like someone's work, and I want to express that to them, and I want them to know that they matter and everything, and but, you know, like, they don't need to know that, like, who cares, right? Who am I to tell them that, you know? They probably... What? They know, and so, like, I already give them my money, so, you know... It's whatever, man. I think it would be cool to, like, you know, there are some people who I think are very cool and I'd love to, like, just hang out with them, you know, but I also understand that that's, like, not something that's gonna happen just by, like, giving them money and praying. No, like, I got to hang out in I hung out in the J-Chord with Geno7. Geno is super cool. I like Geno. We had fun playing Rondo of Blood. I was playing Castlevania Rondo of Blood in the J-Chord. For those of you who don't know, Geno7 made some very excellent videos on the internet. And we were just like shooting the shit while I was playing Castlevania Rondo of Blood and having a grand old time with it. And that was like... That was nice. Like, I basically just said to Geno, like, hey, I like your videos. I think you make good stuff. And, yeah, now I'm just gonna play more Rondo. It's like, those kinds of people are just, like, people I want to surround myself with more. Especially, like, the creative types who are, you know, relatively level-headed. Who aren't too crazy. Oh, fuck this stage. I remember this part exactly. Rondo of Blood is such a good game. I got filtered on stage 7. Maybe I'll go back to it. I'm not gonna let it hold me up from playing Soten, because I'm about to play some Soten. because Soten's been on my to playlist for far too long. Cybertruck. Yeah. This is the Elon Musk of video game levels, and that's not a compliment. In this house, we don't compliment him. I hate having to, like, pretend to like Elon Musk to some people sometimes. I don't think I have to anymore, thankfully, but, like 2 years ago... Later, cousin. Have a good night. Like 2 years ago, I had to, like, pretend that I liked Elon Musk, despite the fact that, like, god damn it, for all intents and purposes, I didn't like him 2 years ago, and I don't like him now. That's what happens when... Oh, for fuck's sake. That's what happens when you, happen to live in academic circles and, like... Tails, you son of a gun. Yes, you have mentioned your Tesla horror stories. Like, there's just a lot of people in my field who happen to think that he had a lot of good ideas. I don't know if I agree with that. Actually, I do know if I agree with that. I don't. I have an uncle, and, like, I had to say... You know, my uncle was very excited that Musk brought the rockets back, and I was like, yeah, that is very impressive. And I really had to, like, say something to the effect of, like, Musk did not do that. It was the scientists that he hired, you know? Like, okay, maybe he had a good eye for picking out scientists, or maybe he just, like, has very unrealistic expectations. Don't rant, dude, don't rant. Don't rant. Oh, but how can I not? Oh, darn. All I'll say is that I think one of the biggest frustrating things about the current times we live in is that there's this expectation... Side note, this is the worst part of this level, by the way. The worst part about modern times is that people expect innovation to just happen at, like, a breakneck pace, and that you can just, like, experience innovation and development just by putting in all the hours possible without, like, doing any kind of, like, thinking, you know? Like, innovation just happens to these people. And that's not how it works. Innovation takes time, energy, focus, money. And, like, you have to have a clear mind to think, because to innovate is to have a new idea. So, like, when I see these people bragging about how, like, the work, like, tech people should, like, engineers and all these people should be working 80 hours or whatever, like, that's so bad. That's, like, you won't get any good science out of that. In fact, you'll get bad scientists riddled with bad data, bad results, and you can't trust the science, which then leads to even more problems. Innovation does not happen overnight. It takes weeks, months, years to do it. And the fact that we've had such crazy fast developments in, like, the artificial intelligence space, like, only comes from the fact that a lot of people have been working on this for a very long time. And they made a lot of money off of it. Hey, Cream. So the other thing that I cannot stand about the current discourse of what innovation looks like, I cannot stand the fact that these billionaires are bragging. You may select Cream now. Me when I eat a bagel. Me when I need coffee. OMG, there she is. Trans icon Cream the Rabbit. No, like, when we talk about billionaires saying, oh, look, Elon Musk is sleeping in the fucking White House office, like, that is a choice that he is making. He's not doing that work. He's hiring the people to do that. Maybe he actually has to now because his job is like the fucking government, I guess. But, you know, maybe we should stop and consider that, no, this billionaire did not work 80 hours a week to, you know, make all of his money. Like, if he is the CEO of 4 different companies, or however many they are, like, what is he doing for all of those? You know, I know that that's such a talking point. I know that that's so cliche. I know that I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But fundamentally, I work on 3 projects. I just want to know, like, I need to find a way to convince some of my more conservative scientist peers the fact that, like, you will work your entire life and you will never be a billionaire. You'll never be a billionaire. That's the thing, right? Like, let's say you have a salary of $100,000, right? $100,000 a year, right? And you don't spend any money on anything? And you work for 30 years? Where do you think your $1 billion is coming from? Like, if you just work as a scientist. Okay, so you start a tech startup. Okay, great. So now you make $500,000 a year. Okay? $500,000 a year. You're making $1 million in 2 years. You're still nowhere fucking close to becoming a billionaire. Okay, so you start up a startup. You make $1 million a year. You make $1 million a year and you work it for 30 years. That's $30 million if you don't spend any money. Sure, okay, yeah, you can invest in other stuff and then it's fine. But like, 90% of the people who are scientists who are like in it for money, they're not gonna get that much money. And they don't recognize that. And it's embarrassing. There's no ethical way to be a billionaire? Listen, I went to a wedding this past weekend, and I know for a fact that there was at least one billionaire there. Very strange thing to say. I definitely have met at least... Okay, I went to a wedding this weekend, right? And I'm very happy for the people who got married, and I love and support them dearly. But their line of work leads me to meet some people that, like, you know, I don't think I'd ever interact with regularly. For one reason or another. So it's interesting to see, you know, just like how I talk with them and how I respond to them. And, you know, what do we have any common ground? The answer might surprise you. The line that I heard this past weekend that just made me go like, oh boy, was from this one tech guy who said, quote, "I've met a lot of millionaires and I've met a lot of billionaires, and the millionaires are almost always the happier people." And it's like, oh my god. What a quote. And then this guy went on to say, like, me, I just want to make 20 million from my startup and then, you know, invest and generate generational wealth. And that is my goal, and I'm very happy about it, and it lets me play pickleball on the weekends. And I just had to, like, you know, I was on my shit at the time, so, you know, like, I knew how to maintain a poker face and be yes man, and, like, look, this guy has enough money to make himself look good. Let's put it that way. Enough money to have uncanny teeth. So who am I to say anything, right? He had well-tailored clothes, and he had a good-fitting jacket, good-fitting suit. And he probably had, like, $10 million in the bank. And good for him. There is no ethical way to be a billionaire. Yeah, I think I agree with that. It's interesting, right? Because my cousin got married. My cousin started a company that is worth a lot of money. God damn it, I went the same way. My cousin started an AI company that is worth a lot of money. And he's a very, like, nice person. And I don't know how much money he has. It's not my business to know. All I know is that he started a company, an AI company, and it is worth a lot of money. I went the same way again. I'm so dumb. Yeah. I mean, he started this company in, like, 2019. So it's not a language learning model thing. It's like it's actually a machine learning company. But it's AI, you know? So it's like the idea that they basically... God damn it. You've interacted with rich people. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not that it's like I can't do it, because fundamentally a lot of these tech bros are very workaholic people, and they like being able to talk about whatever. And I have enough, like, my background at this point is interesting enough where they're gonna, like, find me interesting. You know, like, I'm not just, like, some serf, some plebeian, like... You know, I know science. I can do physics. The billionaires, they want you to know that they can do physics, but I can actually do the physics. Look at this boss fight. It's a Pong boss fight. What a terrible boss. Yes, so, like, when I say, like, yeah, I work in nuclear, they're like, whoa, that's pretty interesting. So what do you think about this? And I can actually answer it and, like, speak to it and... You know, hold my own in a conversation with a tech bro, so, you know, that's pretty cool. I think the way I personally identify is, like, liberal, but I really do want to... I really don't want to be afraid of new advancements in technology. It's just that they need to be done ethically. That's, like, the big thing for me. Is, like, there needs to be, like, rights for people who are engaging with digital services. And the fact that we don't have those yet is really alarming. Especially given, like, how much of our daily life requires a, like, smartphone, for example, requires, like, using social media. You know, like, there needs to be a set of digital rights. Like, the right to privacy, the right to a block, the right to algorithmic transparency. Like, all of these things. So, you know, I met a bunch of tech bros. And at my cousin's wedding, it was very funny because there was a woman with a very, like, sparkly, sequensy, like, cowboy hat on, and she was in, like, this. She looked, you know, not. I wouldn't say that she was, like, she's probably in her mid-30s. It looked like, and I come to find out later that, like, this is someone who was one of the primary initial investors in my cousin's original company, who was sort of a courtesy invite. And she's, like... I won't name drop her, but let's put it this way. She was the former wife of a very important CEO. Who, she's, like, a donor. Like a political donor. Like, not even just like oh, I'll pitch in $5 to support my favorite candidate. No, like, she gave real money to candidates. Because Citizens United allowed us to treat the government like a tech job. So, that was a very strange, realization to have once I realized who this person was. Also at the wedding, they played Tunak Tunak, so that was really fun. So I got to dance to that. That was really fun. Tunak 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 da da da. That was very fun. Tails. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the VA strike currently trying to protect themselves from AI. Yes, and so, like, foundationally, I think that, like, artificial intelligence can be used for a lot of genuinely positive things. And I think that the ways that which we currently understand AI are presented through a lens of capitalism, right? And so they're designed to make you money. And, like, that's why everyone's like, oh, AI for art, because then you don't have to spend the time making the art. But half the time, the whole point of doing art is spending the time on it. So, like, the people who are suggesting this fundamentally are in it for money. They're not in it for the experience of making art. And that's something that, like, we, as a society, are not willing or not able to parse yet, because we don't understand what AI can be when it's not presented through the lens of, like, douchebags who want to steal your money. But I do think that there's a lot of scientific opportunities for, like, AI. In particular, there's a lot of ways AI can be used to be, like, to parse data better. Alright, thank God. AI should not be used for creative purposes unless the purpose of using the AI is for creative purposes. And the training data needs to be done in a way that doesn't infringe upon something that other people have made. For example, I think there is nothing wrong with using an AI on art that you have made to do something that, if you train a neural network to make art in your own style, it is not a substitute for making art, but it is ethically possible, which means that you should be able to do that and not face, like, backlash socially. That is my opinion. You're welcome to disagree with it, but I do think that if you want to use your stuff that you made for AI, don't let me stop you. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Yeah, one of my old YouTubers helped with the development of the AI to locate dangerous cancer cells. Exactly! It just needs to be regulated. I think that there does need to be some regulation in tech. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Oh, that's right. Side note, listen to this music and look at these fucking tiles. Oh, yeah. They wanted you to move fast so that you, like, then have to contend with this. As an adult, I can do it now, but as a kid, boy oh boy, this was hard. Look at this background. It's so good. It's dark and twisted, fucked up Angel Island zone. Chaos Angel has some of my favorite music from a Sonic game. Yeah, if you've never seen this background before, it's bananas. Look at these Angel Island hieroglyphs. I really dig it. Anyway, so that was where I was. I was at a tech bro wedding, and it was interesting because it's not that I felt like I was, you know, like, they didn't look like jerks, but then I remembered, like, I looked up some people on Instagram later, or on social media later, and at least 2 of them have been to Mar-a-Lago, and it's like, alright, well, yeah, that's really disappointing, because they were nice in the moment, but, like, also, you went to Mar-a-Lago at least twice. That's what I'm saying. It was like, oh, dang it. That's basically where I'm at, is like, ah, god damn it. You were cool, but you went to Mar-a-Lago once, so you're not cool anymore. What? Yeah. You know what's crazy, though, is my mom made friends with every single one of them. Like, I straight up went to like, I was just chatting with people, right? You know, at the reception, at the preception. And I basically introduced myself like, hi, I'm Voltage. This is my mom. And he's like, they're your mom? I love your mom. And I was like, yeah, she's pretty cool. And she's like, it was very funny. My mom went up and just started talking to billionaires like it was nothing. And Erin has talked about this a little bit to me about this, and I'm gonna repeat it, and she can, she's gonna laugh about it. But my mom, Erin had a bridal shower, and my mom was very excited about this, and they had two. One with her family in Wisconsin, and one with my family in, like, Iowa. And on the drive between the two places, they were just talking, and Erin mentioned, like, you know, she's a little socially anxious. And my mom responded with probably one of the most, like, I don't want to call it insane things, but it's just so... I've never heard anyone else say this in my life, and it made me laugh a lot. My mom said, you know, I understand the concept of, like, being nervous or anxious to meet new people, but that's just never occurred to me. I've never had that fear. And I find that so funny because that's exactly my mom. That is like, my mom just straight up started talking with billionaires' wives, saying like, I love your dress. Oh, I love your dress. And then they just talk. And then they just have like a 20-minute conversation. Like it's nothing. And like, I can do that. But at the same time, like, I need to have a good reason. I can't drop the I love your dress because, like, I don't know, it wouldn't be authentic, you know? So I need to find a different way in. And I'm not a menswear enthusiast, so I can't really say, like, dude, you have a sick suit, where'd you get it? Because, like, I don't have the clothes to back up those words. So, my mom is just, like, one of those folks. It's very funny. She made a lot of friends that evening. By the end of... she was like the third most important person that weekend. Okay. Chaos Angel is a little stressful because there are just so many bottomless pits. But I do really like Chaos Angel. You know what? I'm not afraid to admit it. I think this is easily my favorite level in the Sonic Advance trilogy. Sky Canyon got uprooted by Chaos Angel, but like, how can you blame me? Chaos Angel owns, dude. Yeah, some people can do it naturally and others can't. Yeah, my mom is just like, when we have our wedding, she is going to talk to every single person there. And she is going to, like, just get to know everyone. And it's gonna be very funny. I'm going to laugh a lot about it. And I cannot wait to, like, ask people, so, like, have you met my mom? And they're gonna be like, is she the one who was, like, talking to everyone? And I'll be like, yeah? This is a fucking platform to nowhere. Look at this background. It's so good. Okay, I'm at the end. Or I've died. I died. Yeah, so I need 3 escape routes in case I mess up. I feel that. I am like, I have a battery. But when it's on, dude, I am like so game to talk to anyone. Alright, well, I just game over. I am so game to talk to anyone. In any case, I think this is a great place to stop because I think I get the gist of, like, kind of, what this game means to me. So I'm feeling like, I feel like we've played a good amount. I feel pretty good about that. You feel good about that, chat? I think so. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all some other time.